the night before the jump, we went to the airport, and that night they took us in a tent, big tent, and of course they had it so blackout. So anyhow, they had enough light in there to show us the terrain of the mock-up of a drop zone, and we got our chutes already. We got chutes. We got 2 hand grenades. We got 3 bandoliers of ammunition. We had a small radio attached to our leg and a telephone to our other leg. We had a gaming grenade. You ever heard of one of them? And they give us I don't know if it was dynamite or TNT, which that was. They come in a stick, and you rolled it up in a ball like a softball, about as big as. And then you had a cap that you stuck down in it. Had a carrier up there, carried it. They said we had 80 pounds on us. That's what that was the word. The next morning, it come day and everything was day. I'd have thought they'd have went out in the night, you know what I mean? But no, it was about 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And next morning, we got breakfast, and then we got in the line, got on the chute. They signed so many to each plane. I think I got that stick somewhere, you know, my stick. I think I was 8 in line. And we went on the plane that way. Sat down, you know, seat. And took a while to get the formation up because they don't just go one at a time and go on. They go ahead and get in formation. And I can recall, I've heard a lot about how easy the Air Force was and all that stuff. But did you know them pilots they pretty brave when they do what they do. Because when of course we come into the flight, as I was telling you about, and that plane was bouncing all over the place going. But they cut their engine speed down just about as slow as they could go till you jumped out. And a lot of them, you could see them on fire up there smoking. But I didn't want to never say that about the Air Force again, because they are sure they looked out for us. I think a lot of the Air Force, especially them that's in combat, because I've seen a lot of 17 bombers, and they'd be going. All of a sudden, you'd see one of them dropping out like that. He'd start going down. The rest of them keep right on going, and he'd come. You see them. A lot of them jump out. A lot of them disappeared. But the one that I jumped on the Rhine River, my chute delayed. Because you count 3 seconds. Well, 3,000. You say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. If it ain't open, you pull your reserve. And I counted 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. And just as I got a hold of handle of the reserve, it opened. Might have saved my life because I was going down fast. And as soon as that chute opened, I could hear the shells hitting my chute above my head. Of course, that's the way it was before we jumped. We was a long way from Germany, but they was shooting flak at us, and the plane was bouncing up and down. We stood up, to hook up. You had a job standing straight up. You could feel it and hear it. And then when you jumped out, coming down, you could see that, you could feel them, you could hear them bullets hitting your chute above your head. When I landed in some trees, and about time my foot hit the ground, my chute tightened up in the tree. And you know how to have you all pulled up like that. And I had an M1 rifle, and you have it in 3 parts. You can't jump with it whole because it's too dangerous. And me trying to get that thing together, and the Germans had cleaned underneath the underbrush, not a bit of underbrush under it, just clean, and you could see a long ways under there, about like this. And I was trying to get my rifle assembled, and I would do, and I could see legs going in every direction, but I didn't know who they were because I didn't see from here down, and you can't see what kind of uniform or anything. And I forgot about we jumped with American parachutes, and the French English had the one with the button on the front. You hit that, and all the buckles comes loose with one time. And it was under my reserve, and I kind of forgot about it because I'd always had to unhook it. But anyhow, I finally thought of it, and I hit that and got out. Then I was kind of by myself because you think you're with somebody all the time, but you're not. And I didn't know which way to go. The only thing I did was there's a railroad track going through by the pine, whatever them trees are, a group of trees. And I come out there and look down, and in that trench side the railroad, you had a bunch of wires, communication wires. And I was into communication, I had a side cutter. And I said, I'm not, if they on there talking, I'm gonna cut them in two. So I cut every one of them in two. And I could hear all the shooting. In other words, it's woods, and you could see I could see it was opening as it looked around the other side. And I could hear where they was shooting at, so I was going that way. And then I found a guy, I heard him holler, and he said, "Up here." And I looked up there, and there was another guy, he was hanging up there in the tree. And there's no way, he was way out on that big limb. There's no way I could get up there and do a thing for him. So I said, I'll tell somebody around here where you at. I said, I'll tell the medics and see if they can get somebody to get you down. But you know something, for some reason I didn't know, I don't remember where I told anybody or not, I forgot. Because there was a lot of shooting going on, and I was going where it was at. And I'm not sure what I did, and it's bothered me. But when I got around where I could see around there, they had gathered up a bunch that had given up, they had 2,100 prisoners there in the first hour. So they give right up.